Most of us, deep down, feel like we're alone, that we are completely separate from other people, from nature, from the cosmos, and from the deepest nature of reality itself, whatever you want to call that. We feel that the buck stops with us, that there is nothing beyond us, that we are individuals, islands, lonely ships, drifting through life, solitary, separate selves. In the West, our society rams this message home. Powerful people, politicians, corporations, our cultures, our families, our ways of living repeat it to us non-stop throughout our lives. But none of this is true. As Einstein said, this feeling of separation is an optical illusion of our consciousness. But it isn't just society's fault. In some sense, we humans are wired to feel this way. Out of all animals, we humans are the most aggressively, debilitatingly self-aware. We have highly developed structures in our brain, such as the default mode network, which enable us to ruminate and self-reflect and dwell upon the past and future. So we end up basically living in our heads instead of right now in the present moment. But other animals aren't like this at all. Take insects, for example. They, compared to us, are like pinpoints of raw consciousness, raw experience, raw feeling. Unlike us, they don't dump a load of self-conscious narrative on top of that. They just exist, they just are. Like a raw spotlight of awareness. And that's because they actually do not have the hardware for all that rumination. They just exist, they experience. So as bodies and brains get more complex, more self-awareness comes with that. So dogs and pigs and cattle, they have fully formed understanding of the self versus others. But compared to us, they are still living very unself-consciously in the present moment. Then you have whales and certain birds and octopuses and other great apes, and they have a lot more self-consciousness. They have long memories of what's happened in the past, and they make plans for the future. They use tools, which requires a lot of symbolic and strategic thinking, and they have complex relationships and deep experiences. And in the case of whales, they have emotional experiences that we aren't even capable of. And then, of course, there is us. And we are the kings and queens of self-consciousness. We are so debilitatingly self-conscious that it hurts. So we get anxious, we get depressed, we lose hope. We feel deeply alone in the world, cut off and sundered. Especially if we were born into a society or a way of life that magnifies these feelings and plays off them, like we were. For all living beings, our bodies and brains are like lenses or focal points for consciousness, for awareness. And the human brain is one of the most complex focal points of all, with all sorts of feedback loops and self-reflective mechanisms which focuses raw consciousness down into this mess of self-reflection that is the modern human condition. This intense self-consciousness, self-awareness that humans possess, by the way, is what Eastern philosophies would call the ego, just so we're on the same page. But this is the thing, it's all an optical illusion, because really, you are not alone. You are not just you. You are completely continuous with something far greater than yourself. We all are. We are all part of something greater. We are directly related to all living beings on Earth. Trees, mushrooms, cows, gnats, snakes. You are directly kin-related to all of them. All of us born from a single ancestor just after the birth of the planet. We are life, shaping itself, interacting with itself, destroying and renewing itself. We constantly exchange our molecules with the rest of existence, with every breath we take, with everything we eat and drink, every time we go to the loo, and with the shedding of our blood and our sweat and our tears. The Earth's cycles, the water cycle, the carbon cycle, they flow through us. Our cells constantly renew and refresh, with new molecules brought in and the old ones chucked out, which then go on to give form to other life. Really, our bodies are holding patterns of molecules, interwoven in a vast, continuous tapestry with the rest of existence. Our mothers, in their wombs, pulled in molecules from the rest of existence to formulate them into the pattern that is you. Each of those elements was born in a star, or in the Big Bang itself, each one made of vibrating, energetic excitations, a great self-swapping dance of energy of interwoven quantum fields, a single system. We are not just interconnected or interdependent with the rest of reality. There is literally only one single continuum of existence. You need the entire cosmos in place, just exactly the way it has been for 13.7 billion years or whatever, for you to exist exactly as you are. And without you, the rest of it wouldn't make sense, because you are symptomatic of how the entire universe has unfolded to date. You are seamless with it. So if you're feeling alone and separated and cut off, take a deep breath, let the air flow in and out, and remember who you are. To borrow a phrase from religious people, you are a child of God. Not God as an odd man who judges people, but God as the single ground of being for all this multiplicity that we perceive. The single ground of being for all existence, including and especially you.